Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 13 of the round-robin portion of the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Tournament. At this point, we know who the four teams are who will make it to the semifinals. We know some of the seeding. What we don't know is all of it, and that will be decided in this game here this morning. This game will feature as the home team, the South Shore Lumberjacks. They come in with a record of 2-1. They've scored 11 goals while giving up 10. They will face Accel Physio. They come in with a record of 2-1. They've scored 9 goals while giving up 7. Taking a look at what this game will mean, it's fairly clear with one exception. If Accel win, it's straightforward. They finish with 6 points and get second seed. The Gulls will finish first regardless of the outcome of this game. They have 7 points with a record of 3-0-1. Their only blemish, that tie that they had against the hosts, the Warewell Bombers, back on the opening day. So the Gulls will finish first regardless of the outcome of this game. An Accel victory, they finish second. The Lumberjacks will drop to fourth, and the Cougars will finish third based on a better goal differential. The reason being, if the Lumberjacks lose, their goal differential will be at best even, while the Cougars finish the round robin with a goal differential of +1. Therefore, the Cougars will get third and the Jacks will get fourth, regardless of how much Accel wins by. If the game ends in a tie, then the semifinals will be a pair of repeats of the games we've seen this morning. The Gulls will finish first, Accel will finish second, and be the home team for the rematch later this evening. The Lumberjacks would finish third, and the Cougars would finish fourth. If the Jacks win by a single goal, that's where it gets a little bit confusing, because the Cougars and Jacks would both be +1 on their differential, and it would depend how much the one-goal victory is. If it's a 1-0 game, edge goes to the Lumberjacks, or edge goes to the Accel Physio. They get third, and the Cougars get fourth. If it's a 2-1 game, similar story. If it's a 3-2 game, similar story. You start getting a little bit higher than that, and possibly the edge flips to the Cougars. So if it's a one-goal game, it depends on how high the scoring is in that one-goal game as to who gets third and who gets fourth. And I will be keeping the numbers up to date throughout the course of the game. I've got a spreadsheet set up on my computer in front of me, so you will be kept up to date as every goal gets scored, what it ends up meaning. If the Jacks win by 2 or more, it's again very straightforward. Because the Jacks win by 2 or more, Accel would have at best an even goal differential, so they would drop all the way to fourth. Cougars would be third, Jacks would be second, Gulls again are going to be first regardless of the outcome. So again, to run through that, if Accel whoever wins finishes second. If the game ends in a tie, Accel finishes second and the Jacks finish third. If there is a win, Cougars finish third if Accel wins, third if Jacks win by 2 or more. If the game ends in a tie, Accel is second, Jacks third, Cougars fourth. If Jacks win by 1, it depends on what exactly the score line is. And like I say, we will keep you up to date on that as things go forward. Clear as mud? Really? Apparently, that's not a court. If I read the rules correctly, now they're saying if Halifax loses, the Bombers are still in. But the way the rules are written, that is not how it should play out. I bet we will see some protesting if that happens, because the way the rules are written, a 3-team tie, the first tiebreaker is team with the most wins gains positions, which would be Accel and the Cougars, who would both be 2-2. It says in here, they do not go back to a 2-team tiebreaker beyond that point. At no time will teams using the formula go back to a 2-team tiebreaker. So the head-to-head result between the Bombers and Accel should not come into play, but I've just been told that the tournament organizers from Hockey Nova Scotia have said that it will. Hockey Nova Scotia going against the exact rules I've got written. Believe me, hey, I'm from the hometown. I would love to see the Bombers still have a chance. But according to the way the rules are written, the Bombers don't. But I've just been told that the tournament organizers say they do. I am confused. I'm as confused as anybody. The way I read the rules, and I'm no lawyer, let me say that right now. I'm no lawyer, but the way I read the rules, it should not revert back to a head-to-head result at any point between the Bombers and Accel. And you can bet that if Accel does lose this game, and as a result they get knocked out, they will have something to say about that. Like I said, folks, I'm going by what I read in the rule book. It says in the rules, at no time will teams using the formula for 3 or more teams tied go back to the 2-team tiebreaker. If Hockey Nova Scotia officials say otherwise, that's their call. For now, if that's what they said, that's what they said. I'm confused. I'm sure you're confused. We're all confused. But right now, Lumberjacks, Hawks, if Accel win, whatever happens, happens. Let's just get into it. Huskins has the puck. The Jacks are in blue. The Accel Physio is in white. Here's Huskins with the puck. He takes the shot. It gets up over the glass and out of play. 14 seconds gone here in period number 1. Starting goaltenders for the Lumberjacks, it's Ian Porter. He's got a record of 0-1 with a 5.0 goals against average and an .800 save percentage. Starting for Accel Physio, Keegan Greencorn with a record of 1-0, a 2.0 goals against average, and an .875 save percentage. Save made there by Greencorn, and the face-off goes off to the right of the goaltender. Off of the draw. Puck heads towards the front of the net. That'll be cleared away there by Lorden. And out to center ice. Ryan Hopkins tries to dump it back in. It gets knocked down. Comes back out and now back in. And Hopkins will play it around for Talbot. Up the wall to the line, not out. Hopkins now with it. He'll play it off the wall and out to center. Here's Lorden with the puck. He gets it ahead and back into the zone. Hopkins out to center, off the wall, back into the Accel Physio zone. Not hard enough for an icing as Lorden gets to it before it gets to the goal line. He makes the pass ahead to Abbas. Abbas finds Welsh. Welsh bringing it in, trying to get around Barry. Knocked down in front by Zwicker. Now Brannon has his pocket picked, and it's sent back in by Welsh. Mercer had to go out and touch up. Mercer now with the puck. Throws towards the front of the net. It's cleared away. And out to center by Coleman. Lonis sends it back in again, and Barry will have to go back and get it. Hot on his heels is Cook. Or is Berkovici, rather. Back to get it now in his own zone is Lonis. He sets it up there for McDonald. McDonald pushes ahead, and Henneberry will come out with it. Henneberry leaves it. Plandowski will pick up. Plandowski with the shot. Save made and held on to by Ian Porter with 2:02 gone here in the third period. Henneberry and Woodworth take the draw. Now Woodworth with the puck. He'll play it across there to Kyle Hopkins, cousin of fellow defenseman on the team, Ryan Hopkins. Puck dumped in to the Accel Physio zone, played up the wall. It hops beyond Garrett McLean. Now McLean gets it back again and flips it out to center. Back to get it there, off the wall by Connors. Puck rolls to the near side corner. Now up for Huskins. Huskins sends it ahead. Back to get it there, O'Connor. He'll circle it back up as Cook is on his tail. Gets it ahead to McLean. Tried to get it back through to O'Connor, but that's broken up there by Rayfuse, and out come the Lumberjacks. Zwicker plays it down into the Accel Physio zone. Wrapped around the wall there by Ellis, and out to center. Ryan Hopkins with it now at his own blue line. Pass ahead, a little bit off target, and O'Connor knocked it back forward. Now it comes to Arnold. He'll play it back to Ellis. Ellis gets it ahead, and Arnold will carry out. Now gives to Tarnagorski. Tarnagorski sends it softly in onto the goaltender, Porter, who will cover up and hang on for a face-off. 3:19 gone here in the first period of the penultimate round-robin game. We still have one left to go. That'll feature the Rangers and Pro Hockey Life Harbor Storm. Those two teams will finish 6th and 7th in some order. And they'll be playing hard, to try and avoid 7th place in this tournament. Arnold with the puck. He gets the shot. Save made and held on to by Porter. And if what was said is true, any Bomber fans who are watching, apparently there's still a chance if the Lumberjacks can get the victory. I got to admit, I don't understand why or how, but I could spend the whole game just talking about how confused I am. I can't do that, though. We need to do the play-by-play. Puck goes in behind the net. Going back after it there is Brennan. Brennan plays it ahead there for McDermott. Out to center. Now Welsh will knock it back in right onto Porter. Porter steers it towards the corner. Comes all the way to the line. Lorden plays it back down there for Berkovici. Berkovici into the corner. Down below the goal. Now takes it behind the net. Plandowski takes a bump in there as well. Or is that Mercer, rather? No, it was Plandowski. Now back to the line, Lorden. His shot. That goes off the side of the net. Now Mercer gets the puck. Plays it around. Intended for Plandowski. A little too far in front of him. Ellis will pinch in from the point. Plays it down the wall. Now it comes back up the wall. And Ellis's momentum takes him out to center. Dumped in. Settled down there by Harlow. Lonis now across to the far side for McLean. For Henneberry. Henneberry with the shot. It gets deflected. Goes wide. Barry plays it to the far wall. Henneberry was there waiting for it. Now Barry can't find it in his feet, and it comes up to Huskins. Kiefer Huskins. But Cook was just a little bit offside. 5:54 gone here in the first period. Still looking for the first goal of the game. Don't get me wrong. I have been involved with this Bombers organization all season long. I would love to see them still have a chance. But I just don't understand. I completely missed what that announcement was about. Hopefully it was nothing that needs to be shared with you back home watching here on 360 Live. Thank you so much for tuning in here with us this game. Here's Cook throwing it towards the front of the net. And Accel physio able to get it back out to center. Lonis now goes far side with it. Arnold will bring it across the line, takes the shot. Blocker save made. Abbas. His pass knocked down there by Kyle Hopkins. It comes out to center, and Asbridge will send it back in. Porter settles it down. Kyle Hopkins plays it ahead as far as the line. Asbridge with the shot, and Porter makes the save. His 6th save in the first 5 minutes and 51 seconds of this game, while just one shot has been taken down at the other end on Accel physio goaltender Keegan Greencorn. Mercer wins the draw back to Berkovici. Now Mercer with the shot, and another save by Porter. Ian Porter very busy here in the early going. Waved out of the face-off circle is Gage Zwicker. Now trying to find the puck is Tanner. He has trouble getting to it, as does Marr. Now Marr gets it, and it pushes it up as far as Asbridge across to O'Connor. O'Connor with it again there. Now plays it ahead. Welsh. Looked from this angle like that was an offside, but doesn't get called, and now it comes back to the line. O'Connor's shot gets blocked by Zwicker. Puck comes in, steered aside by Porter. Mercer. Now in behind the net. Berkovici, he gets tangled up there by Talbot. To the line, not out, kept in there by Plandowski. His shot gets saved, and it's sent down the length of the ice. Coming out of his net to settle it down there is Greencorn, so obviously no icing. Now McLean has a puck taken from him by Woodworth. And out to center. McLean back to get it at his own blue line. Plays it back to O'Connor. O'Connor ahead for Plandowski. Plandowski, that pass a little bit behind Henneberry. Cook can't do anything with that. Now Henneberry. And it's into the... Now back out again, here's Woodworth. Huskins couldn't hold his foot onside. As we reach the midway point of the first period, still looking for the first goal of this game. Game number 13 of 14 through the round robin portion of this 2019 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Tournament. Lambourne plays it back to Kyle Hopkins. Now battling in front of the Lumberjack bench. Brennan comes out with it into the Accel physio zone. That shot goes wide. Kyle Hopkins can't get at the puck. Lambourne does. He'll send it down low. Comes around to the near side corner. Back there is Tarnagorski. Also in there is Ellis. He sends it behind the net. Arnold picks up. Up ahead for Abbas. Abbas to Tarnagorski. Down into the zone. Back to get it there, Arnold, but just ahead of him was Kyle Hopkins. Puck is into the corner. Hopkins wraps it around the boards. Ellis is there. Now here with it, Brannon. He gets it ahead for Coleman. He ends up putting it onto the stick of Lorden, who takes a shot. That goes just wide. Now there's Tarnagorski with a chance, and a big save made there by Porter. And now wrapped around the boards down the length of the ice, and that should be no icing. Gets waved off as Lorden gets back to it. Lorden Circles behind his net, and out he comes again. Just over 6 minutes left to go here in period number 1. And to answer your question, Tuck, the way I read the rules, and here's the key phrase: at no time will teams using this formula, meaning a 3-way tie, go back to a 2-team tiebreaker. That would mean that the Bombers are out. Puck rolls in right onto Greencorn. He'll cover up and hang on for a face-off. However, I have been told by one of the local tournament organizers that he has been told by a Hockey Nova Scotia official that if Accel lose, the Bombers still get in. The way I read the rules, the Bombers should be out regardless. But I've been told, like I say, that a Hockey Nova Scotia official says the Bombers do get in if Accel lose. So take that for what it's worth. This is secondhand information, but it does come from one of the organizing committee. Meanwhile, the Hawks are trying to take, or the Accel physio are trying to take that completely out of the equation regardless. Puck gets to the line. Lonis holds it in, as they would love to get the victory and take any question of that tiebreaker scenario off the table. Plandowski plays it back to the line. Lonis. He goes across to McDonald. There's a shot and a save made there by Ian Porter. 12 shots on goal already here in the first period for Accel Physio. Just 1 shot on goal so far for the South Shore Lumberjacks. Here comes Cook. Goes to flip it in. It's knocked down by O'Connor. He plays it over to Asbridge, up for Plandowski. Huskins gets it back up the wall, and Woodworth gets it out to center. Woodworth has Cook with him. Woodworth coming in, takes a shot. And O'Connor able to deflect that to make it go wide. Now Kyle Hopkins sends it back behind the net. Woodworth has it hop over his stick, and O'Connor gets to it. He can't get it past Huskins, however. Now Henneberry with it as he intercepted the centering pass to O'Connor. Up to Plandowski. Plandowski trips and falls as he went to make the pass, but Henneberry able to recover as he goes back to get it at his own blue line. 4:15 to go in the first period. In behind the net, Connors gets it ahead to Cook. He feeds it up to Brannon. That was Lamborn who fed it to Brannon. Brannon has it knocked off his stick. Lamborn following up. Tried to center it, but that's broken up, and here comes Abbas. Abbas has it knocked off his stick, picked up by Lamborn, and Lamborn coming back the other way. Lamborn overskates the puck, and it's knocked away by Ellis to Tarnagorski. Tarnagorski will send it down into the South Shore end. Talbot back to pick up there. Ahead for Lamborn. He deflects it. It goes right to Arnold, who shoots. And that's steered aside again by Ian Porter. Puck played out to center. 3.5 left to go. Welsh brings it right back in again as Accel Physio has dominated this first period, but nothing to show for it as of yet. Here comes Ryan Hopkins. Hopkins takes the shot. Save made by Keegan Greencorn. Just the second save he's had to make here this morning. .3:11 left to go in period number 1. Puck comes loose. It's picked up there by Welsh. Off the wall and out to center. Connors knocks it down. Welsh follows up and gets it back again to McDonald, now to Lonis. Ahead for Berkovici. He'll dump it down into the South Shore end. Back to get it, Connors, but he's bumped immediately by Mercer. Zwicker will play it around to the far side. Delayed penalty coming up. And they're going to call a cross check against Mercer, it appears. So the first power play of the game will go to the Lumberjacks. They're 4 for 9 so far in the tournament. This penalty coming at 12:16. A cross check by Ben Mercer. The penalty kill of Accel Physio, killing off 5 of 7 shorthanded situations so far to this point. Hopkins down to the near side for Cook. Back to Hopkins. Shot gets deflected, comes off the end boards, and now Woodworth will settle it down in the corner. Back to the line, Hopkins to Woodworth at the hash marks. Tries to come cross ice. Pass gets deflected, but it does eventually roll through to Cook. He tries to go back cross ice the other way, and getting his stick in the way of that one is Arnold. Now here's Hopkins to Woodworth. The captain, Woodworth, takes the shot, save made, and hung on to for a face-off. 2:05 left in period number 1. .129 left to go in the cross-checking penalty to Ben Mercer. These two teams have been shorthanded just 7 times each coming into this game. Two of the least penalized teams in this tournament so far. So no big surprise that as we get to the final couple minutes of the first period, we've only had that one call to this point. Puck dumped in, hops over the stick of Greencorn, but hustling back to get there is Ellis. He works it up for Welsh. Now back and down the length of the ice, right to Porter, who plays it over towards the corner. 47 seconds left in the penalty to Ben Mercer. Lead pass up for Ryan Hopkins. He sends it around to Woodworth at the near side. Woodworth in front there for Zwicker, who got the deflection, but able to stay on that puck was Greencorn. Now to the line, Kyle Hopkins tries to knock it down. He can't hold it in, but he gets it over to Woodworth, and the Lumberjacks will bring back in again right away. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Woodworth gets the shot away. Puck steered to the corner. Woodworth in there, trying to come out with it. He can't, and instead it'll be Berkovici sending it down the length of the ice. Back to get it is Kyle Hopkins, but he's got Abbas all over him. We're back to even strength. Woodworth now comes back, picks up the puck, and he'll carry it up, working his way down the right wing side, dumps it in, goes just wide of the net, comes off the end boards. O'Connor loses his footing as he gets to the puck, and Rayfuse tries to center it, but it ends up going to Plandowski. 25 seconds left to go here in the opening period. Lonis now to Plandowski. Off the wall, out to center. It hops over Connor's stick. Connor's back to get it. He plays it ahead for Rayfuse. Lonis dumps it back down into the into the Lumberjack zone. 8 seconds left in the opening period. Back out to center. Lonis tries to work it ahead to Ray, but that will do it for the first period. Shots on goal by Accel Physio 14, by the Lumberjacks 6, and at least 3 or 4 of those came during that 2-minute man advantage. Well, I am very confused. I've now got a bunch of the Bombers hanging around me here. So I'm going to say again what I've been saying to everybody here. The way I read the rules, and I hate to say this, guys, the way I read the rules, you're done. But I've been told by somebody who says they were told by a Hockey Nova Scotia official that if Accel loses, you're in. The way I read the rules, I think you're out. But if a Hockey Nova Scotia official says you're in, he's the Hockey Nova Scotia official. I wasn't told that by an official myself. I was just told secondhand. So take that for what it's worth. I'd love to see you guys still in. But the way I read the rules is the way I read the rules. Okay. So again, yeah, there's a lot of confusion here. I'm getting a lot of messages from a lot of different people asking me what's going on. And again, the way I read the rules, the Bombers are done. There's a save by Porter. He'll hang on for another faceoff. But if a Hockey Nova Scotia official said something to someone else, And that person told me, and that person is part of the local organizing committee, told me that if Accel loses, the Bombers are still in. He's a Hockey Nova Scotia official. I'm just a play-by-play guy. I guess we have to take his word for it. Here comes Woodworth. Woodworth cuts to the middle, gets the puck over to Cook. There's a nice save. Now Cook with another chance and another nice save there. As Keegan Greencorn comes up with 2 huge saves here in the first 39 seconds of period number 2. Big saves there by Keegan Greencorn to keep it a 0-0 tie. 39 seconds gone in period number 2. A reminder, the Lumberjacks are the home team in this game, so they do get last change. As it has been all weekend long, the team wearing the dark jerseys is the home team. In behind the net. Now wraparound attempt there by Tarnagorski, or by Burkovici. Hopkins now able to get it out. Cook dumps it down. Coming out to settle it there is Greencorn. Puck it gets deflected off the stick of Brandon, out over the glass and out of play. 1:09 gone here in the second period. I will try to track down a Hockey Nova Scotia official during the second intermission and see if we can get some clarification. Face off in the South Shore end. Puck comes to Abbas. He'll play it back to the line. Lonis with the shot. Porter steers that aside. Up over the glass and out of play. I've just sent a message to a member of the organizing committee to see if we can get a Hockey Nova Scotia official to come to our broadcast and join us here to help explain what's going on. Puck rolls in onto Porter again. He'll cover up and hang on for another face-off. 1:36 gone here in period number 2. If we can't get an official to come here and find us during the intermission, we'll go and find them. Puck back to the line. Shot was a little bit fanned on there by Asbridge. Lumberjacks bring it in. Now here's Woodworth with it, as Accel Physio could not clear. Woodworth with the shot. 1:56 gone in the second period. Off of the face-off, Welsh able to get it up to Burkovici. Burkovici drops it back to Welsh. Welsh to Asbridge. Asbridge with the shot. Save made by Porter. Yet again, his 19th save of this first period, of this game. Game number 13 of this tournament. 360 Live, we've been here for every single moment that you've been able to enjoy so far. And we do thank you all for being here throughout the last 2 days and 2 days yet to come. Puck comes to the line. Hand pass is called as it was last touched by an Accel Physio glove before it got back to Asbridge. So the faceoff will be outside the blue line 2:19 gone here in the second period. Off of the draw, puck comes over to O'Connor. The captain brings it in across the line, takes the shot. Porter makes the save. I should say co-captain, as O'Connor wears the C on the white jerseys for Accel Physio, and Mateus Ellis wears the C when they're wearing the black. Puck comes to Abbas. His shot gets blocked. Each wears an A when they're not wearing the C, so Ellis with one of the A's today, O'Connor with one of the A's on those black jerseys. Puck dumped in off the end boards. O'Connor back to get it. Now over at the far wall to the line, not out, kept in there by Ryan Hopkins. 12:05 left to go here, second period. At the corner there, Lamborn. Lamborn taking it behind the net, gets rubbed off the puck by Arnold. Arnold plays it ahead. That pass just a little bit in front of Tarnagorski, and that allows Hopkins to send it back the other way, but it goes right onto the stick of O'Connor, who plays it ahead to Talbot. Back to O'Connor as we get a long game of tennis over the red line. O'Connor now ahead. That time it'll get deflected by Plandarski and into the Lumberjack zone. Now Cook with it, trying to clear it out. It goes over the head of McLean but stays in the zone. Centering pass for Plandowski. His shot goes wide. Woodworth, the captain of the Lumberjacks, wears the C on both sets of jerseys. Gets the puck to the line and out for Huskins. Ahead, tried to return it to Cook, but that was broken up by the defenseman Lorden. Now, I believe that's going to be no goal because of a delayed offside. That is the call, indeed. No goal because of the offside, so it's going to stay 0-0 as the puck took a weird bounce and got beyond Greencorn. But as was just announced here in the building and was indicated by all four officials, no goal, as the play was indeed offside. So a good break there for Accel Physio as they don't trail 1-0. Here's Ellis with the puck now. 5:15 gone here in period number 2. Ellis gets absolutely hauled down by Rayfuse. They're going to call that a hold. Could have called it a horse collar. The way Rayfuse grabbed on there. Yeah, my understanding, and again, this is my understanding, is the way I read the rules, the Bombers are out. Someone has said, nobody has said it directly to me. That's Martin. Okay. So Martin, one of the organizers, says Halifax does need to lose for the Bombers to get in. I don't understand how that works, but it does. He's been told by a Hockey Nova Scotia official, or he is a Hockey Nova Scotia official. So, meanwhile, the Lumberjacks are on the penalty kill here for the first time in this game. The penalty, the hold by Dylan Rayfuse. The power play of Accel Physio, 5 for 9 in the tournament. The penalty kill of the Lumberjacks, 4 for 7 coming into this game. And the penalty happened at 4:21 of this second period. At the line, now near side, played across, off the outside of the net. The twine did ripple, and a few people reacted, but it went off the outside of the net. So play goes on. Hopkins able to send it out to center. In behind his own net, Ellis. Now he'll carry it up. Makes the pass over to Henneberry. Gives back to Ellis again. 45 seconds left in the penalty. Ellis Gets it over here for Lonis. Ahead for Abbas. Down into the corner, McLean. To Henneberry. Ellis. Abbas. Abbas with the shot. Save made. Rebound goes right to Brennan. He doesn't clear. Abbas, another shot. That gets deflected and rolls right in onto Porter, who covers up and hangs on. 21 seconds left in the penalty. Exactly 9 minutes left to go in the period. Woodworth waved out of the face-off circle. Coming in to take the draw instead will be Cook against Mercer. Neither guy wins it real cleanly. Puck rolls into the corner, and then Connor's able to wrap it around and out to center. Here comes Woodworth. He's got Cook with him. 2-on-1, but back checking hard, and Cook can't take that pass cleanly. He would have had a great chance, but we're not able to receive the pass cleanly. We're back to 5-on-5 here. Just over 8.5 left to go in the third period. Puck comes to the line. Asbridge has it roll out on him. Berkovici goes to bring it back in, but Mercer was still just half a step offside. And so we'll get a stoppage. 8:27 left to go here in period number 2. So apparently the Bombers still have a chance. If Accel Physio lose, the hosts will play a semifinal game. McDonald dumps it down into the South Shore end. Played around the boards. Ray Hughes gives his man a bump. Zwicker able to get it out. Here comes Zwicker. He's got Marr with him. Zwicker. That pass for Marr, partially broken up by Lonis. Puck goes all the way to Ray Hughes at the far wall. Now back to the line. Lonis able to get it now to Tarnagorski. He gets it taken away from him by Zwicker, and then it's sent right back in again by Harlow. Back to get it behind his own net is McDonald. Plays it ahead to Tarnagorski. Tarnagorski comes near side for Abbas. Abbas cuts towards the middle, gets tripped up. Puck goes to Harlow, and he plays it over the glass and out of play as we approach the midway point of period number 2. 7:31 left to go here in the second period. Still looking for the first goal of this game. Shots on goal right now, 24-9 in favor of Accel Physio. Puck played to the line, kept in there by Lorden. He gets it as far as Welsh, who plays it around to the near side. Now comes out to center. Welsh will play it back to Lorden yet again. Back up to Welsh, who will off the wall and into the zone. All three Accel Physio forwards right over there at the far wall. Puck comes around to the near side. Lambourne couldn't get a hold of that one, and it's all the way down into the zone for Ellis. Ellis gets it ahead to Berkovici. He finds Welsh. Welsh trying to cut through the center. Comes to the near wall. Plays it over there to Mercer, and a big save made there by Porter. Ian Porter, excuse me. He's made some big ones in this game already. That one, another huge save for Ian Porter to keep this game tied at goose eggs. 6:58 left to go here in period number 2. Puck comes to McLean. He takes the shot. It gets saved to the line and out. Hustling into it is Huskins. Huskins tried to get that through to Woodworth. It gets broken up, and Accel Physio come back out. Pass to McLean. Penalty coming up here against the Lumberjacks as Huskins is going to go off for the trip. Accel Physio go to the power play for the second time here in this game at 8:29 of period number 2. Accel now 50% on the power play in this tournament, while the penalty kill efficiency of the Lumberjacks is at 62.5, 5 out of 8. Puck gets to the line, not out. Henneberry with the shot and Porter with the save. 7 seconds gone in the penalty to Kiefer Huskins for tripping. 1:53 left in the penalty, 6:24 left in period number 2. Off of the face-off. Paid back to Asbridge, to O'Connor. He gave it to Plandowski, who took the shot. Into the corner, it went to Henneberry. Now back to the line. O'Connor being shadowed there by Woodworth. Gets it to McLean, now across Henneberry. He gets it to the near side, and Plandowski scores! Put the first one off of the post, and the second one, no mistake. And Accel Physio take the lead 1-0 at exactly 9 minutes of the second period. A power play goal. And for Jack Plandowski, that's his first goal, but 4th point in this tournament. And Accel Physio with the lead. 1-0. Plandowski with the goal. I believe it'll be Henneberry and McLean who get the assists. There's Abbas with the shot. It goes off of Hopkins and into the corner. Now out in front, they score again! Puck comes to Tarnogorski, and 12 seconds apart, 2 quick goals by Accel Physio. Plandowski with his first and 4th point, then Tarnogorski with his second and second point. Quickly make it 2-0 for Accel Physio. As we await the official word on the assists on both of those goals. I believe the first one should be from Henneberry and McLean, but again, we'll wait for the official word. Connors wraps it around the boards. Does not get the puck out of the... It is indeed Henneberry and McLean with that the assists on that first goal. Waiting the second goal just to get confirmation. Puck comes out in front. Marr can't find it. Bouncing around now, Zwicker gets it out to center. Ellis, he'll get it ahead, and it's back in from Plandowski. Into the near corner, McLean, his centering pass. Henneberry was tied up by Connors. Now Henneberry behind the net to McLean. In front, steered away by Porter. Pass ahead for Cook, and Cook will now bring it out. 4.5 left to go here in the second period. Tarnogorski from Arnold and Abbas. For Arnold, that's his first point of the tournament. Hard to believe because he's been all over the ice. Isaac Arnold, one of those smaller players out there who plays a lot bigger than his actual physical size, getting his first point of the tournament. 16-12 gone here in period number 2. 2-0 the lead for Accel Physio. And with the icing against the Lumberjacks, face-off comes all the way back down into the South Shore end. Ian Porter making some equipment adjustments there. Now he's set and waved out of the face-off circle. In the meantime was Brennan. Puck along the far wall, just inside the zone. 5 players in battling there. As they work it loose now, it comes to Tarnogorski. Tarnogorski tried to center it. Nobody was there. McDonald will come in and get to it. McDonald now trying to play it down low. That gets knocked away. Intended for Abbas. Now we got another penalty coming up, and it's going to go against the Hawks, or against Accel Physio, excuse me. And head contact will be the call with 3:21 left to go here in period number 2. And it's going to be Abbas who goes off for the head contact. So the power play of the Lumberjacks goes to work. It's just a 2-minute variation on the head contact penalty. So the second power play of the morning. There's a shot, save made for the Lumberjacks. Second power play of the morning. Comes across to Woodworth. Woodworth. Back to Ryan Hopkins. Back to Woodworth. Across the far side, Cook looking for a deflection from Brennan, but it ends up going wide. Now Woodworth again. 1.5 left in the power play. Woodworth in front, Huskins, his shot, save made, rebounds there, Cook with a chance, but he ends up pushing it wide. Cook now, back to the line, Hopkins, back, quick one-touch pass for Cook, still 1:20 left in the power play. Hopkins, near side Woodworth. Woodworth, cross to Cook, and he misfires that one-time attempt. It comes into the corner and then up to Woodworth, back to Hopkins again. Ryan Hopkins states it to the middle, now to Cook. Cook, back to Hopkins, over to Woodworth. Woodworth takes the shot, it goes high and wide, and wraps all the way around the glass down the length of the ice. 3 of the 4 Accel Physio penalty killers make the change. Ryan Hopkins carrying it up with 40 seconds left in the penalty. Hopkins into the zone, stops in the corner, trying to get away from Ellis. Leaves the puck, it's picked up by Zwicker. Zwicker takes it behind the net, comes out the near side, off the wall to Kyle Hopkins. Kyle plays it back down into the corner. O'Connor is in there, as is Zwicker, as is Coleman, as is Ryan Hopkins. It pokes loose. Abbas gets it and sends it down the length of the ice. 12 seconds left in the penalty. 1.5 left in the second period. Long lead pass for Woodworth. Brings it across the line. Woodworth tried to feed it up for Zwicker. It goes all the way in onto the goal and gets steered to the corner. Coleman to Zwicker now. Tried to get it out in front. Comes back to Zwicker. Puck loose. And it's covered up by Greencorn. He'll hang on for a face-off. We're back to 5-on-5. 73 seconds left to go here in period number 2. 2-0 the scoreline. Okay. Off of the draw, puck comes back to the line. Connors, he gets it to Huskins. Down into the corner. And out come Accel Physio, Abbas. He takes a bump there from Kyle Hopkins, but able to skate through it all the way down. 53 seconds left in the period. Kyle Hopkins with the puck. Gets it out to center to Huskins. Huskins with the dump in behind the net. Settling it is Greencorn. He'll play it over to his defenseman off to his right, or his left, excuse me. That is Ellis. Taking it back behind the net. Now Mateus Ellis will start leading the rush up. Makes the pass ahead to Tarnagorski. It's into his feet. Ellis gets it back again. Now he feeds it again to Tarnagorski. Tarnagorski with one of the 2 goals for Accel Physio here in this period that came just 12 seconds apart. Zwicker trying to get through Mercer. Zwicker brings it in. Zwicker can't get that pass set up. And coming out the other way, here comes Welsh. Welsh takes the shot. Save made there by Porter. And he'll hang on with 3.1 seconds left to go here in the second period. And we will have a guest during the second intermission. And he will explain to us what exactly is going to go on with the tiebreakers. Woodworth gets waved out of the face-off circle. Marr will come take the draw instead. Neither side wins it cleanly, and that will basically do it for period number 2. Shots on goal in that period. Accel Physio continues to dominate. 16-11 the shots in that period. 30-17 now the overall shots on goal through 30 minutes. We'll take a break. Or actually, we're not going to take... We're going to take a break. We'll come back shortly when we can get Martin Sellers here to explain to us what's going on. You can also send us your thoughts through Twitter at PetterPC_sports. After 30 minutes of play, it's Accel Physio 2, South Shore Lumberjacks 0. You are watching the 2019 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Tournament here on 360 Live. Welcome back as we are back here during the second intermission of this game between the Accel Hawks and the South Shore Lumberjacks. I'm joined by Martin Sellers, one of the key people in the organizing committee of this event. And Martin, before we get into the big controversy of what's going on, let's just talk about how this event has gone through these first 2.5 days.
We're really pleased on how things have gone. Great support with the crowd and our sponsors. It's a tight tournament. Everybody's playing well. Anybody can beat anyone on any given day. And that just shows the parity within our league. Whether you're ranked first or seventh coming in here, it didn't make much difference. There wasn't a whole lot of points between everybody in the regular season. So it's nice to see. Makes it interesting, makes it fun, makes it good for everybody. Big shout out to all our volunteers and sponsors. Couldn't do it without them.
Absolutely. So many sponsors to thank, and we've given them their props on air several times.
Thank you.
But now let's get into the confusing situation, because there's been a lot of questions. I've had a lot of people watching asking me, the way I read the rules, the Bombers are out. But we're hearing from some Hockey Nova Scotia people that they might not be.
Yeah.
Explain to us what's going on.
Yeah, Bombers unfortunately are finished. That loss last night ended their season prematurely, I'll say. But they will not go on because of the three-way tie ruling. Not every team has played. Unfortunately, we never got to play Cape Breton, so the head-to-head rule doesn't go into effect then, and it's most wins. And we only have the one win because we have a couple ties, so we are out.
And that is sort of what I had been saying all along, and so that is what the situation is. We've still got some up in the air as to the seedings. Of course, the Gulls will finish first.
Yeah,
but
that's the only for sure thing so far.
We still got lots left to determine here, and we still have one more round robin game left to go as well through a couple of teams who, they've had their struggles, but as you've said, every game has been so close here throughout this entire weekend. Yeah,
which is great. It certainly makes it hard on our volunteers that are picking player of the games and all-star team, and there's been so many outstanding players throughout the tournament that it's really tough on that side of thing. We wanted to put on a good show. I think we have. We knew coming in, I'm a straight shooter. We knew coming in officiating was going to be an issue. I don't think anybody's happy with it. I made it known a month before this event that I didn't want any controversy on the officiating side. I didn't want Pictou County officials doing our games. And in our most important game of the season, we got Pictou County guys doing our game. And you saw how that turned out. 2 bogus calls at the end. But unfortunately, Hockey Nova Scotia calls it a training exercise.
And so that is going to mark the end of this 2018-19 season for the Bombers. Let's talk about this year as a whole for them, because it franchise record for wins, absolutely fantastic performance throughout the regular season. Tough loss in the opening round there to the Rangers in 2 straight, one of those games in overtime. But overall, I think you have to be pleased with the way John Sim and the rest of his coaching staff have brought these young men along through this season. Yeah,
definitely. John and Harry did a great job. We had our struggles early on in the season. We weren't healthy. We had some suspensions to start the season, and our record showed it. Come about Christmas time, we started to play well. We really turned it on in the Ice Jam, losing in the semifinal in overtime. Heartbreaking loss, but definitely one of the top 4 teams there without a doubt. And we kept rolling. Our momentum kept going throughout the season. Towards the end, we were definitely a top 2 team in the league the second half of the season. And that's just a commitment. It shows the commitment of all our kids. They bought into what John was selling, and they're a family. And they're all here today hanging out. They know they're done, unfortunately, but they're here still smiling.
Now, a few of these guys, they're going to be going on to either major midget or possibly minor midget, any number of options for them. But a few guys are going to be back. Let's talk about what part of this team is going to be back for next year for the Bombers to build on.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're a second-year team. There's only 2 first years, so they got a couple forwards returning. So other than that, they got a lot of rebuilding to do.
And, of course, chances are pretty good. Rumors have it that John Sim will be moving up coaching-wise as well. Those are the rumors.
There's lots of rumors.
And the Pictou County rumor mill being what it is, we got to take that into account.
Yeah.
But let's talk about what's in the works on that end.
Well, on my end, I'll tell you that I have heard the rumors. My father is the past president of the Major Midget Hockey League. Nothing has been put forward to the league, so as far as I'm concerned, it's just a rumor. But who knows? John's been a great ambassador for Pictou County and Pictou County development of minor hockey players. He can be animated at some times, but his heart's in the right place. So I hope he does continue on and keeps coaching, and either if he stays with the Major Bantam team or if he goes to minor hockey or Major Midget or wherever he goes, it's only going to benefit the kids.
And talking to Cole yesterday during the interview I had with him, asking him about being able to be in the dressing room with that NHL experience, such a great learning opportunity for those young men.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we came here. When John gave us a call and asked us if we wanted to come over, to me it was a no-brainer. Always nice to have a different voice telling your son, your player, what to do, but have a Stanley Cup winner do it. You don't have too many opportunities, so we jumped at it.
One last thing we got to talk about. We've got to talk about Wearwell Garments and the role that they have had. I mean, they are the Wearwell Bombers. We need to give a shout out to Wearwell Garments and the role that they have had in this organization.
Yeah, Sterling is a Class 1 gentleman. He's done so much for these kids. It's unreal. It just you say people can't do enough, but he just keeps doing and doing and doing and just a gentleman. In the rink, away from the rink, just a class act, and certainly thank you to him and all the Wearwell crew.
And so I'm going to let you go. We got to get ready for the start of the third period. But, Martin, thank you so much for this. Thanks for a great season for the Bombers. Thanks for a great event that we've got here so far. But we still have 5 games and 1 period left to go. Yeah. I think my vocal cords will hold on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate all you guys, what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Had nothing but positive feedback on our play-by-play and our streaming. So thank you again, and I'll see you at center ice before the semifinals start with some handing out of some awards.
Sounds good. Martin Sellers with the organizing committee. Thank you so much for that. And we will take a quick break, come back, get you ready for the start of the third period. You're watching the 2019 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Championship Tournament here on 360 Live. All right, welcome back. Thanks so much for being with us here at the 2019 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Championships here on 360 Live. And once again, as we heard from Martin Sellers, part of the organizing committee of this event, the Bombers are out. This game is just about seeding. So we do have that confirmation. The Bombers have been eliminated this game for seeding. And as it stands right now, if this result holds, Accel Physio with the 2-0 lead, if this result holds, the Gulls will play the Jacks, or Lumberjacks, at 5 o'clock. It's the Maritime Hockey League play-by-play announcer in me just referring to them as the Jacks. And Accel Physio would play the Cougars. Accel would have the 2nd seed and therefore would be the home team in that game against the Cougars. Gulls, as the number 1 seed, would be the home team against the South Shore Lumberjacks, if this result holds. We still have 20 minutes left. We'll see what happens. The Lumberjacks-Gulls game would be at 5. Accel Physio and the Cougars would be at 7:30. But let's wait and see. There's still more to determine. 20 minutes left to go, and this third period is underway. Puck comes to Huskins. Huskins trying to work his way around O'Connor. Huskins now back to the line for Kyle Hopkins. He holds it in, gets the shot. It goes off of Huskins. Now out in front for Cook. And a big save there made by Keegan Greencorn. Back to the line, Connors. Down into the corner for Cook. Out to Huskins. High slot. Takes the shot. Goes off a couple of bodies. Now Henneberry will play it to the wall. It comes off the wall. Plandowski can't get it. Now Woodworth cutting in. And another stop made there by Keegan Greencorn. Cook goes to play it up the wall. Plandowski intercepts and sends it down the length of the ice. And just curious, Plandowski, I know there's a player in Major Midget with the same last name. Anybody know if they're any relations? By all means, send me a tweet and let me know about that, because it is something I've been curious about. Here's Lamborn with it. I know there's a few other players with similar last names to other players in Major Midget, but that one kind of sticks out because Plandowski, it's a little less common of a name than some of the others. Here's Abbas working his way in, takes a bump from Lamborn. Down low. Now into the corner, Tarnogorski. Tarnogorski bumped off the puck. It'll be picked up there by Brennan, and he'll dump it down into the Accel Physio zone. Puck played ahead to Arnold. Arnold, a guy that I've been really impressed with. I've mentioned it a few times here in this game. Isaac Arnold might be, I haven't actually lined everybody up, but he might be the smallest player in this tournament, but certainly is not playing like it in any way, shape, or form. Mercer trying to settle the puck down. He does, as Marr is watching him. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the third period. Puck ends up on the back of the net, and so we'll get a stoppage. And the face-off. Okay, I just received word about those rumors we talked about. We'll get to that in just a moment. But right now, here's Mercer with a shot. Save made, hanging on for a faceoff. Just got a message from Kyle McLennan, the head coach of the Major Midgets, and they have signed an extension with the club, so that aspect of the rumors can be put to bed. Whether John Sim moves on to a different role within Pictou County Minor Hockey or not, that aspect of the rumors still up in the air, but Kyle McLennan and the rest of the coaching staff for the Weeks Major Midgets have signed an extension. You heard it here first. It has been signed, so I don't feel like I'm talking too far out of turn. That part of the rumor can be put to bed. Puck ends up hitting one of the players off of the Accel Physio bench, so 2:24 gone here in the period. Breaking news. Proud to say that we were able to break that news. You heard it here first on 360 Live. Brandon to take the draw against Arnold. To the left of goaltender Keegan Greencorn. Puck rolls in onto Greencorn. He makes another save and hangs on for another face-off. His 20th save of this game, while at the other end, Ian Porter, 29 saves on 31 shots. Can't ask for a whole lot more than that from your starting goaltender from a South Shore Lumberjack perspective. Connors back to get the puck, plays it up the wall. Tarnogorski is there. Now it still gets up the wall a little further to Lamborn. Lamborn trying to get around O'Connor. O'Connor plats him on his backside as the puck was pushed forward. Now Asbridge gets it over to O'Connor. Puck goes back to Asbridge again behind the net. Zwicker coming in on the forecheck. Asbridge able to get it up to Tarnogorski. Tarnogorski has it a little too far in front of him. That allows Connors to get it to Rayfuse. He loses it as it rolls off from him. And Ellis with the long-range shot and scores! At 3:16 of the third period, a long-range shot taken by Mateus Ellis, and that's his first goal and first point of this tournament. Ellis has been a defensive stalwart for Accel Physio, finally gets himself onto the score sheet on the offensive side to make it 3-0. I believe that'll be an unassisted goal. Rayfuse now with the shot. That goes off the side of the net and then off the end boards to Ellis. Puck played out and down the ice. Not hard enough for an icing as Ryan Hopkins goes back and picks up. Hopkins behind his own net. Now a long lead pass to Rayfuse. Zwicker will send it down deep. Picked up by Welsh. He'll play it around the boards there for Berkovici. He gets it off the wall up to Mercer. Mercer coming through center, gains the red line, dumps it in. Here's Henneberry. As we get confirmation, it is an unassisted goal. Plandowski picks up the rebound on the Henneberry shot. And at 4:08, it is now 4-0. Plandowski's second goal of the game, second goal and fifth point of the tournament. Hannaberry gets his second assist of the game. And it's now 4-0, which makes it look more and more like it is going to be Gulls versus Lumberjacks, Accel Physio versus Cougars as your two semifinal games. Still just under 16 minutes left to go, though, so it could still change, but that's certainly how it appears at this point. McLean brings the puck in. Tried to get it for Plandowski, but it comes all the way to the near side. Now back to Plandowski. Here comes Cook now. To Woodworth. Back to Cook. They give a second assist to Jake McDonald there. For McDonald, that's his first point of the tournament. So Plandowski from Henneberry and McDonald at 4:08. Make it a 4-0 game, and Tarnagorski brings it back into the zone. There's a shot steered aside. Three players battle in the corner. The puck comes out there to Coleman. Up to the line now. Asbridge stops it there, takes a bump from Cook. But now it comes out, and bit of an awkward change trying to be made there by the Lumberjacks as the puck was right in front of their bench. And it ended up hitting a player who was deemed as being out of play, and therefore will get the face-off inside the Lumberjack zone. Just about 5.5 minutes gone here in period number 3. 4-0 the scoreline in favor of Accel Physio. Here comes Abbas, fans on his pass attempt, then runs into Kyle Hopkins. Asbridge softly rolls it towards Porter, and he'll cover up and hang on for a face-off. 5:41 gone here, period 3. And a quick reminder, we do have one more round-robin game left to go. It'll feature the Rangers and the Pro Hockey Life Harbor Storm. That's a scheduled noon start. There's right off the draw, a shot taken by Berkovici, and a big save made again by Porter. Now Marr will dump it in, and Greencorn steers it to the near corner. Then we'll have a bit of a break before our ceremonies to recognize the tournament all-stars and other award winners. Puck played back down. With it now Ellis. He gets it to the line and out. Back in across the line. Ellis gets it back out again, and Welsh will send it down and into the Lumberjack zone. But if you're looking for more hockey during that break between games, we'll have Nova Scotia Female Midget Provincial Championship Series action. Game 1 of the best of 5 between the Northern Subway Selects and Station 6 Fire. That'll be available over on Ustream through Pedder Pictou Sports. Penalty taken there by Joey Henneberry. So the Lumberjacks will go to the power play for the third time here this morning. Is it really still morning? Yeah, it is. O'Connor with the puck. Puck sent down the length of the ice. Settling it down there. Now ahead for Woodworth. 2 minutes for hooking, the penalty there to Henneberry. Here's Huskins bringing it across the line, stopping at the half wall. Back to Ryan Hopkins. Down to Woodworth. Woodworth back to Huskins. He scores! Kiefer Huskins, his first goal, first point of the tournament. That's hard to believe, but it is true. Huskins getting his first point. After having 3 points in the series against Bedford. was held off the score sheet until just now, getting the power play goal at 7:03. So the power play now 1 for 3 in this game for the Lumberjacks. And it's a 4-1 scoreline. Puck dumped in there by Zwicker, steered aside by Greencorn. Welsh gets it back out to center. Connors to Zwicker. Zwicker has it go off his foot and takes it all the way back. Rayfuse. Woodworth with an assist. And Ryan Hopkins. So Huskins from Woodworth and Ryan Hopkins on the power play at 7:03. Icing against Accel Physio. 12:08 left to go here in period number 3. Shots on goal 37-21 for Accel Physio over the South Shore Lumberjacks. Again, don't forget, 12 o'clock, we've got Rangers and Storm at 2:15 over on Petter Picto Sports through Ustream.tv. We've got female midget action. Then we'll be back over here on 360 Live for the award ceremony and the semifinals starting at 4:30. Back to the line, Hopkins. Off the end boards, that comes out in front. Steered back to the corner. Cook now back into the corner for Woodworth. Woodworth takes a bump from Ellis. And up the wall it comes to Plandowski. Here comes Plandowski. He sends it in. Goes all the way through into the corner. McNeil tied up there with Talbot. McNeil able to come away with it. McNeil gets it to Henneberry. Henneberry gives back to McNeil. In front for Plandowski. He has it chopped away from him, but it goes back to McNeil. Now back to the line. Shot taken there by Ellis. It gets deflected, goes up into the glass, stays in play. Now back to the line, Lorden. Off the end boards, goes around to McNeil. He can't get control of it, and the Lumberjacks are able to bring it out. Cook gains the red line, goes to softly dump it in, then goes off on a change. Ellis turning it back up the other way. Arnold fans a little bit on his dump in. That allows Ryan Hopkins to get it, play it off the wall and ahead for Lambourne. In behind the net, Marr out in front, gets to Lambourne, they score! And it's now 4-2. 9:23 the time of the goal. Lambourne gets his first goal, second point of the playoffs. I believe it's going to be Coleman who gets the assist, or at least gets an assist. I speak English well. I learned it from a book. With thanks and apologies to John Cleese and Connie Booth for that line. Abbas now. 10.5 minutes left to go here as the Lumberjacks are within 2. We're going to get another penalty now, and it's going to go to Lonis for head contact, the 2-minute variety. 9:41 the time of that penalty. So the power play, which is 1 for 3, will go to work for a 4th time. And this could pull the Lumberjacks to within 1. As the South Shore faithful over off to the far side, sitting in section 6, starting to get a little noisier. Lambourne's goal just getting announced now. So it was actually, I was correct about Coleman getting an assist, but there was also an assist to Barry that I missed in my initial assessment. So again, it goes Lambourne from Coleman and Barry at 9:23. And now with the power play, still 1:35 left to go. 9:54 left here in the third period. Puck comes back to the line for Ryan Hopkins. Over to Woodworth. Woodworth for Hopkins, or for Huskins, he actually lets it go all the way through to Cook though. Cook trying to get it through. Bounces over to Woodworth. He had to settle it down. Now Hoskins trying to deal with a neck guard that's sitting out there in the high slot as well. It came off of Abbas. And that neck guard, bit of a tripping hazard for everybody who was out there in the high slot at that point. Again, if Accel Physio hold on and get the victory, they will play the Cougars in the semifinal. If the Lumberjacks come back and tie, these two teams will meet again at 7:30 tonight, the two that are on the ice right now, and the two that played at 8 this morning will meet at 5 o'clock this afternoon. If the Jacks come back and win, well, it depends how much they win by what the semifinal meetings are. But right now, here's Kyle Hopkins. He gets it across to his cousin Ryan. Ryan Hopkins now for Woodworth. He gets it towards the front, but it comes right back to him. Back to the line for Kyle. Kyle's shot doesn't get through, but it rolls to Ryan. He takes the shot, and it goes rolling all the way out to center ice. 28 seconds left in the man advantage. Kyle Hopkins with it. Kyle will dump it in. Ryan pinching in to try to get onto that puck, but there's a shot from Zwicker, and that's steered aside by Greencorn. Now Woodworth trying to get away from Ellis. He's not going to be able to, but Ryan Hopkins holds it in at the line. Ellis again off the wall. This time it does get past Ryan, and Kyle Hopkins has to hustle back to get to that puck. But Mercer coming in on the forecheck gets a piece of it, and Kyle has to hook him up. So they are going to call it on Kyle Hopkins for the hooking at 11:51 here of period number 3. So we were 5-on-5 for all of 10 seconds before the Lumberjacks go shorthanded for their third time this game. Accel is 1 for 2 with the power play, and 6 for 11 in the tournament. There's a chance, and Porter able to keep that puck out somehow. 7:57 left in the third, 1:48 left to go in the penalty to Kyle Hopkins. Plandowski back to the line for Asbridge. Gives to O'Connor. O'Connor with the shot. It gets all the way through, steered aside by Porter. Hannaberry chases down the puck in the corner. Now back to O'Connor. He fans on his shot, and Marr will send it down the length of the ice. All the way back to get it is O'Connor, being shadowed by Brennan. O'Connor now bringing it all the way in across the blue line. Takes it, cuts to the middle, takes the shot. It goes off a stick and rolls just off to the glove side of goaltender Ian Porter, but he's able to cover up and hang on. 40th shot faced by Porter in this game. He stopped 36 of them. And when you're stopping 90% of your shots, that save percentage at .900, that's about the target you want for most goalies, most games. Or at least over the course of a season, that's the target you're looking for, a .900 save percentage, and that's the target that Porter has hit in this game. Mercer gets it down into the corner, wrapped around to the far side. Berkovici gets knocked off up the puck, and Cook sent it all the way down the ice. Woodworth could have been broken out on a breakaway. Now the puck is turned over to Woodworth. He brings it out in front. It comes to Cook. Cook with a chance, and the save made there as he didn't get much on that shot. Creating something out of what seemed like almost nothing. Now Mercer, nearly a too many men penalty against the Lumberjacks. Now some confusion. Finally, Marr comes out with 18 seconds left to go in the penalty to Kyle Hopkins. 6:27 left to go here in the third period. 4-2 in favor of the Accel Hawks. Hannaberry taking the draw against Zwicker. Now Zwicker waved out. So coming in to take the draw instead will be Marr. Neither side wins it cleanly. Puck rolls towards the corner. Harlow takes a bump there. Plandowski and Hannaberry both in there battling with Harlow. Harlow doing a good job of killing time with two guys right on him. Now the puck comes loose to Zwicker. O'Connor at the line. We're back to 5-on-5. And Marr working hard to get it back out to center. Kyle Hopkins sends the puck in deep. Back to get it, Asbridge. He'll wrap it around to the far side. McLean there. He gets it up to Hannaberry. 5:50 left to go. Played off the wall to the near side. Hannaberry will dump it in. Porter comes out of his net. Settles it down behind the net there. And up come the Lumberjacks. Not able to get it out though. Now to Arnold. His shot goes up over the net. Picked up there by Abbas. He'll send it into the corner for Tarnogorski. Back to the line. Lorden across to Ellis, but the pass ended up pulling Ellis offside. Now Marr to Woodworth. Woodworth has it knocked off his stick by Arnold, and here comes Arnold. Isaac Arnold. Hey, Arnold with the shot, and that goes up over the crossbar. Arnold with another shot. That one steered aside by Porter. Puck out to center. Arnold plays it, or Welsh plays it back there for Lorden. He'll dump it back in. Behind the net, Talbot. Arnold right on him. Ryan Hopkins gets it ahead. Huskins now down into the corner. Back to the line. Ryan Hopkins plays it across there for Talbot. Trying to get it down low, but that's broken up by McDonald. To the line, not out. Talbot keeps it in again. This time, the attempt to get the puck down low broken up by Lonis, and he finds it for Mercer. Mercer leaves it. It's picked up there by Berkovici. Berkovici back to the line for Lonis. Lonis, his shot goes wide after going off of a leg. Out in front for Berkovici. There's another nice save there by Porter, as Berkovici tried to go short side. Now Berkovici has it again. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Battling, getting to the puck there is Brannon. He gets it over to Lamborn. Lamborn can't get the puck out with Brannon, and Plandowski holds it in. Now Ryan Hopkins will wrap it around the boards. It goes the length of the ice. Not hard enough for an icing, though, as Asbridge gets back to it, plays it over to O'Connor. 3.5 to go. O'Connor coming up through center. O'Connor flips the puck in. Going back after it, Kyle Hopkins. He'll start to bring it ahead. Now plays it off the wall out to center. Back to get it, or getting it at his own blue line there is O'Connor. Ahead for Plandowski. Plandowski dumps it in. Played around to the far side. Hannaberry tries to send it towards the front of the net. Porter knocks it back down low. Connors now around to the far side. Puck comes back to the line. O'Connor. His shot can't get through Zwicker. Now McLean to Asbridge. Under 3 left. Asbridge with the shot. That's blocked by Rayfuse. Way up high into the air and into the netting here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. 2:42 left to go in the third period. And it looks like the Lumberjacks will run out of time in this game, but they will still, of course, make it to the semifinals. They will be the 4th seed in their game against the Gulls, the number 1 seed, while Accel Physio will be the number 2 seed against the number 3 John L. Jim Cougars in the semifinal matchups. Puck comes to Abbas. Plays it off the wall and down the ice, but he was still on his own side of center, so that'll be an icing. 2:18 left in period number 3. 39 saves by Ian Porter. And we're going to see a timeout taken by the Lumberjacks here, as They're not rolling over and playing dead just yet. Trailing by 2, just over 2 minutes left to go. Face-off will be to the right of goaltender Keegan Greencorn. Greencorn 23 saves on 25 shots. So both of these goalies with their goals or with their save percentages above 900 in this game. And again, you really can't ask for much more than that from either of your goaltenders. 39 saves, and now coming out of the net for the extra attacker is Ian Porter. So the Lumberjacks, they're not playing dead, like I say. Brandon trying to get his stick on the puck, but O'Connor able to play it, comes around to the near side for Welsh. Sends it back behind the net. Brandon the first one to it. Brandon has it knocked off his stick. Cook fighting to try and get it, but now Berkovici gets it to Welsh. Welsh plays it out to center. Ryan Hopkins couldn't go very far with that. Now Huskins to Kyle Hopkins, now to Ryan. Ryan Hopkins, far side for Cook. Cook will bring it across and into the zone. Shot taken. It's blocked, and out to center it comes. Picked up by Ryan Hopkins. 1:35 left to go. His pass far side, broken up there. Shot taken, but that gets saved by Ryan Hopkins. Big save there. Now a lead pass for Woodworth. Here comes Woodworth coming in. Woodworth to Cook. Cook can't pull the trigger, gives it instead to Brandon. His shot goes wide. Now Huskins to the line, Ryan Hopkins. His shot goes wide, comes off the inboards. Pinching in to get to it is Kyle Hopkins. He can't. It gets out to center, 1:06 left to go. Ryan plays it ahead for Cook. Cook has Abbas right on him. Brandon comes in to help out. Under a minute left to go. Woodworth also in there. Puck comes loose to Abbas. He'll flip it. It gets knocked down by Kyle Hopkins. Kyle plays it off the glass and down the length of the ice. That'll be an icing call, which means the goaltender, Ian Porter, will have to go back in there. 41.7 seconds left. Give the Lumberjacks full credit. They kept going right, keeping going right through to the end here. Face off between Mercer and Cook. Mercer off of the draw, takes it behind the net himself. Takes a bump there from Kyle Hopkins. Mercer still with the puck as he's killing time. Mercer just glad to kill time below the goal line here. Getting appreciation from his teammates and the Accel Physio fans here. In behind the net now. Coming back to pick up is Woodworth. Just 14 seconds left. Lead pass for Cook. Cook gets a piece of it, so it's not icing. But with 10 seconds left to go, looks like the Lumberjacks are going to run out of time. Accel Physio will win this one 4-2. And will be the number 2 seed in the semifinals. The Lumberjacks will finish in 4th and will face the Gulls at 5 o'clock. And the John Ol' Jim Cougars will finish 3rd and face Accel Physio at 7:30. We'll get the handshakes at center ice and then the presentation of the players of the game. Certainly Jack Plandowski deserving some consideration for the Lumberjacks, or for the Accel Physio, excuse me. Ian Porter with 39 saves on 43 shots, deserving consideration for the Lumberjacks. Those would be my choices if I were part of the selection committee, but of course, I'm not the one to make those choices. But they must have heard me downstairs, because it is indeed Ian Porter who gets the player of the game. Although, to be fair, there were a number of players for the Lumberjacks who had good games, but that really wasn't a hard choice. And Jack Plandowski, he gets it as well. Number of players you could have talked about for them. So Accel Physio, as mentioned, will finish second. And they will play in the 7:30 semifinal. Lumberjacks will finish fourth. And will take. That'll do it for this game. We'll take a break, come back, get you ready for the final round robin game in just a few moments. On behalf of my awesome cameraman and technical guru, Neil, thank you so much for watching. This is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp. May your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score one last time. Accel Physio beats the South Shore Lumberjacks 4-2. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with you in just a few moments.